What up, crazy dabbers? Quickest Wolf here. Today I'm gonna be telling you guys the story of the crazy airplane girl. Knowing that two people commented they wanted to see that as next, of course, I'm gonna give them that as next. Airplane girl. Well, as you know by previous episodes, I travel a lot by plane to Curacao. What you don't know is traveling from Holland to Curacao takes around 9 hours flying. So traveling to Curacao meant a lot of time on the airplane. And the thing was, when I was traveling, I was under the age of 16, which for aircrafts at Holland, at least, I'm not sure about other countries, you're not allowed to travel by yourself. You have to travel with a flight assistant, like looking over you. But that meant that other kids traveling also would be under the same assistance, and you would all be gathered together. So this time I was traveling with a girl along with me. Thought I was not gonna talk to her, but turns out she digged me. She was totally into me. And how did I notice that? Because as soon as I saw her, I noticed that she was thirsty. Like straight up thirsty. You could just see it in her eyes. Like everything she was looking at me was like, I need it. I need to have you right now. I want to kiss you. That was the way she was looking at me. But that doesn't matter. So I decided, you know what, I'm just gonna ignore her. I'm gonna be a nice guy. I'm just gonna talk to her if she talks to me. If not, I don't need to talk to her. It's not necessary or anything. But then she started talking to me because she wanted to talk to me, because she liked me. And I was like, I'm alright with that. Do whatever you like. Really, teammate? You died from that? After a while, she really wanted to get into conversations with me. So I decided, you know what? You wanna have a conversation with me? Let's have a conversation. After the conversation, I realized she started liking me even more. So I was regretting it a little bit. Thank you, talent. So I was regretting it just a little bit. But then I decided, you know what? I'm just gonna ignore it. I'm just gonna watch a movie. So I started watching a movie. But then I realized that she started watching the same movie that I was watching. So I was like, alright. Coincidence. So she started watching the same movie, but I thought to myself, I don't care. She can do whatever she likes. Once more, I'm just gonna ignore it. Let her do her thing. I would not judge someone that would like to watch the same movie either. I mean, it's just a movie. So I ignored it. But then after a while, I realized that every time I would laugh, she would laugh. And I was like, please don't. Just don't do it. She decided to take it to the next level. Every time she laughed, she started touching me. That turned out into her touching my male part right down below there, and her trying to get me to notice that she was looking at me. So I decided I'm not okay with that, and I decided to like tell her, you're gonna have to touch me every time you laugh. So she said, oh no, I'm sorry, I did not notice. I'm like, oh yeah, you didn't notice, it's okay. But then she put on a Dutch movie which came out that year called New Kids Nitro or Turbo, I'm not sure anymore. But anyways, this movie, I'm trying to find the rate. Never mind. Anyway, this movie was for 16 years and older because it had some sexual stuff happening and some nudity in it. And I was like, well, I'm not fully down for that, but you do you, I'll do me. So she decided, I'm gonna let you know what's happening in the movie. And I'm like, alright. So every time a nudity scene came up, she would tell me, oh look, you should look. And I was like, don't want to, but you know, whatever, you do you. So I would try to ignore it, but did not fully ignore it. And then she started, every time they showed up a sex scene, she would tell me to look, and then she would start touching her own boobs. And as soon as she started touching her own boob, I was like, this is getting way out of hands. And then she's like, just like the poo girl, you wanna touch him? And I was like, no thank you, because this girl, I'm not gonna be a liar, but she was not the best looking girl on the plane. I didn't want to have no business with a girl at that time, even though later in that summer, poo girl came along. But anyways, I just dodged the sniper bullet. So I was like, no thank you, I'm just gonna keep going doing me. And then turns out that she wanted to talk to me after the plane ride. Yeah, between the plane rides we were just talking, and she would do her weird stuff and I would like try to ignore it, but she kept on doing it. So I kept on being normal guy, a nice guy, and at the end of the airplane she stepped out. But before she stepped out, because the plane landed at Aruba where she was destined to go, and she then said to me, I really want to keep in touch. So she gave me her email, and then I said to her, alright, we're gonna keep in touch, don't forget that. So I never called her again, never emailed her again, anything, because I don't want that. I don't want to be that crazy one guy that takes the crazy airplane girl. I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. Stay tuned for the next episode called Mom Blocker. I hope you're on the same page with me about the crazy airplane girl, and if you're a guy and you say to me you should have taken your chance, I think you wouldn't have if you were in my situation, because like I said, she was not the best looking girl, and I don't think I was ready for that yet, even though Pool Girl happened afterwards. But that's another business. Anyways, as always, leave a like down below if you enjoyed. It was Quick as Wolf. Make sure you subscribe to keep updated for new content. Smob out.